Welcome to the Kalamazoo Nature Center and another episode of Trail Tales. My name is Dan Cato, one of the naturalists here at the Kalamazoo Nature Center. Today we're going to take the Beech Maple Trail and explore the passage of time. This episode is called Time Trails. The Interpretive Center was built in 1964 when the Beatles invaded America. Not the six-legged kind, but the mop-top musicians from Liverpool. Actually, the Nature Center was incorporated in 1960, which means we've had 50 years of connecting people and nature. When you walk in the front doors of the Kalamazoo Nature Center's Interpretive Center, you will see an image of Dr. Louis Batts and his wife Jean Batts. They founded the Nature Center in 1960. Dr. Batts was a professor of biology at Kalamazoo College, and he often brought his students to this site during field study trips. I feel Dr. Batts and his wife were visionaries when I think that they established the first Nature Center in Michigan 12 years before the first Earth Day, which is when most people think the environmental movement starts. Even Rachel Carson's Silent Spring wasn't published until the fall of 1962. Our founders were way ahead of their time. Dr. Batts learned that this area of the forest, known as Cooper's Glen, was being threatened by the enlargement of a gravel mining operation. He saw and understood the loss of biodiversity that this would cause to a very old second-growth beech maple forest, and he organized leaders of our community to preserve this area for future generations, so it might be used as an outdoor classroom for the children and families of our community. Today, let's take the Beech Maple Trail that goes through the heart of Cooper's Glen. This trail can be found off the back deck of the Interpretive Center. This granite bench by the Trout Run stream is dedicated to Dr. Batts and his wife Jean. Not too far away from this bench is a beech tree that fell during a windstorm. This beech tree has 160 rings, which means 160 years of growth. That means this tree was probably born around 1840 or 1850. Michigan did not become a state until 1837. The Trout Run stream, with its many riffles, oxbows, waterfalls, and mineral-rich springs, flows alongside the Beech Maple Trail as it races to the Kalamazoo River. Look at this example of the passage of time. This grapevine, which is as thick as my arm, is probably over 100 years old, and it is hitchhiked on a branch way above my head, probably 90 to 100 feet. The water of Trout Run stream runs about 55 degrees all year round. The deeper pools are home for brook trout. You can also find muskrats and the Louisiana water thrush, which sings along its banks between April and May. This is one of my favorite spots along the Beech Maple Trail. Here, in this spring, water is flowing out of the ground. The water here contains a lot of calcium carbonate, also known as marl or lime, and over time it deposits layers of rock that look like what you see in a cave. In the past, farmers came to this marl pit to collect this lime to improve the soil of their farms. Time shows itself in many ways on our Beech Maple Trail. You will notice all around you a deep-cut V-shaped stream valley which glacial meltwaters cut through the land when glaciers receded in the last 15,000 years. On a seasonal time scale, you can observe flowering times of Michigan's native woodland wildflowers in spring. Depending on our weather, these flowers can bloom some years 2 weeks earlier than others. A side trip on the Beech Maple Trail will take you through this tunnel to the Riverwalk to see the Kalamazoo River. But for now, we'll save that for another episode. Let's head back up the hill to the Interpretive Center. For the Kalamazoo Nature Center, I'm naturalist Dan Cato. Please take time to visit us because there's no better time to go outside.